Oh, that started without me. I didn't even press anything. It just started. I don't know how that happened. I must have magicked it. Um, so, talked about in the previous vlog about Mark doing Leclerc. Not doing Leclerc, you know, but went in and did the shopping. And he'd also been down to do the chickens this morning. It's still Friday, by the way. Went down to do the chickens this morning, and then this evening I went and said to him, I'll go and do the chickens. And he went, well, do you want to? I can if you want. I went, well, I don't, you know, whatever. And he said, well, I can do it. And I went, oh, okay then. So I haven't done the chickens. I've not had to wander down and do the chickens. I didn't have to do Leclerc. And I think what I'm noticing is that we have, or I have, been compensating since at least May, when we were in Canada and his knee really did, you know, he really did struggle. So since then, he's been less able. And you know, by that time of day when you go to put the chickens away, and he's just like, and I say, shall I get and the egg goes, yeah, you know, he's not up for it. So what we've been doing recently is comparing him pre-op to post-op and thinking about the progress he's made since day one of, you know, the operation. But actually what I'm seeing is the progress he's made since May, because he's actually in better condition physically than he was in May and maybe before that. So it's really it's amazing. And I think it was David Ellis said that he'd be chasing me around the garden. We haven't reached that point. I don't think that will happen. But it really is noticeable for me how much more able he is. I think before the op and during the months before the op, he was finding it fatiguing. You know, so any sort of walking or a certain amount of exercise, he was finding tiring, and he's not. I think he's not finding that. It's a revelation, and it's really nice for me because I'm actually really struggling at the moment. You know, my foot's sore all the time. It's hurting all the time, and I've got that appointment in I don't know, about a week's time with the podiatrist. So that will be good. I'll get that sorted. Get my teeth sorted. This is nearly healing. It's still sore. It's still stingy, but it's a lot better than it was. But yeah, it's like, well, I just feel really pleased that he is just really doing very well. The chair is. I'm going to look in a minute for a proper cover to put on that because it's going to go away. He was sitting in it last night and really fidgety, sitting watching telly. You know, I don't know, after 9 o'clock last night. Kept trying to crossing his leg, kept doing this, and in the end he got out and went and sat where he would normally sit. And he just said, I'm just getting fidgety in here now. I don't need to be in it. So it's big and it's taking up a lot of room in the room. So it will be, I'll show you. Just wait a minute. So as you can see, you know, it's sort of sticking out into the room, and yeah, so I'm going to put it away. I'm going to put it under the stairs, I think. It's too heavy for us. The best place for it would be up in the middle bedroom that, you know, is just a storeroom. But there's no way we'll be able to get it up the stairs. It is heavy because it's got a motor, you know, it's got a iron. Is it iron? Well, a big heavy metal base and a motor and whatever. So we'll be able to, I think, between us, or I think next time Ludo might even be here tomorrow. If Ludo comes, we'll get it out under the stairs, and I know I want to get a decent dust cover for it because it might be that he has his left knee done. I think he will. Don't tell him I said, but I think he will. He doesn't. After 2 or 3 weeks, and I sort of said about it. He went, "I'm not doing that again." But he doesn't say that now. He's sort of, you know, less defensive against the idea. I think it's been 5 weeks almost, and it's just doing amazing. I thought it would be a lot longer. I mean, I know he's still got a lot to do, but I thought it would be a lot longer before he was. He just feels. It seems like normal to me. It's, you know, I have to remind myself that he has had a knee operation. I'm just taking it for granted that he's walking around normally and sitting normally and, yeah, not looking disabled. And I have to remind myself. And then when I see him doing physio and see him doing the bending and the squatting and whatever, I can see that he's having to work at that. And when I hear him come up the stairs or down the stairs, which he's doing, normally, that reminds me. But otherwise, wandering around the house, I could easily forget, and I do forget that he's had an operation only 5 weeks ago. So I think it's gone really well. But then I wasn't in his body. And yeah, they've been driving now for 2 weeks, and it's just amazing, just amazing. So I'm really pleased about that. I'd like him to have the other one done at some point, because then it's like he's got new knees and he can, go on forever then, can't he? I think his left leg was really feeling it today because he was working the right and the left. So I think he felt it today. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. How good it is and how good he is. And I mentioned, didn't I, in the previous video, that he doesn't often feel pain. And we've been together 23 years, and I've never really known him take any analgesia. I've never known him to have a headache. 23 years. It's really unfair, isn't it? I'm sure he's given all his bloody pain to me, but that is amazing that he just doesn't. So we had to, I think early on, we had to persuade him to take analgesia just to sort of feel more comfortable, because I think maybe he doesn't feel pain because he doesn't understand it as pain, but what he was feeling would be addressed and impacted on the analgesia would be an impact on that. But he's not taking any painkillers now. He's not taking ibuprofen. His blood pressure's coming down, which is good, but he is taking the meds that the doctor gave him the other day, which are quite heavy, sort of stronger meds. He's taking those, but his blood pressure's coming down finally, because that was really high. So he's doing very well. Fire's going well. Cat's by the fire again. And that's it. What shall I watch? I'll have a look and see if I've got anything recorded on TV. I think I've been watching Professional MasterChef. What's left is the final. That might have been recorded. Or might be recording. I'll have a look. Watch the Bake Off final. I said about that. Won't say any more about it in case people still have it to watch. Trouble is, when I get caught up with Mark records a lot of stuff, and when I catch up and think, I'll record that, I normally end up at the end of the series, and so I get about 3 recordings and then it's stopped. So anyway, I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow. You'll get this tomorrow. You'll get this on Saturday morning anyway, but I'm sure there'll be more to say. There always is. Okay. Oh, just in time as my PC went off, took the light away. Bye.